Bill O'Reilly here, Monday, February 3rd, 2020. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening today in America. Voters in Iowa hold the first official contest of the 2020 presidential election. Democrats vow to continue multiple Trump investigations after the impeachment failure. Mike Bloomberg unveils his new plan to tax the rich. The deadly coronavirus confirmed in Boston. The Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Also ahead, I'll comment on more action against the president, but first. Voters in Iowa cast their ballots today. More than 100,000 Democrats finally choosing their candidate after months of speeches and millions in campaign ads. Latest polls have Bernie Sanders on top, followed by a three-way tie between Biden, Warren, and Buttigieg. We'll have full analysis right here tomorrow. Some House Democrats telling reporters they plan to pursue at least 3 investigations into the president after the impeachment exercise ends this week, including his tax returns, business records, policies like the so-called travel ban. The president will likely be acquitted in the Senate on Wednesday. I'll have more on these so-called investigations coming up in the message of the day. Mike Bloomberg wants to tax the wealthy, calling for an additional 5% penalty on households with income of more than $5 million a year. Economists believe the proposal could raise $5 trillion over the next decade, but critics say wealthy Americans will try to avoid any kind of federal tax rate over 50% using loopholes. Accountants will be busy under Mayor Mike if he wins. Health officials in Boston confirming the first case of the coronavirus there. Doctors say a man in his 20s arrived at Logan Airport on January 28th from China. Beijing has quarantined more than 60 million people since the outbreak began a few weeks ago. To date, the virus has infected more than 5,000 and killed 300. Kansas City Chiefs beat the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl last night. First championship win for the Chiefs in 50 years. More than 100 million Americans tuned in with tickets at the Miami Stadium, averaging about $7,000. The National Restaurant Association says the country consumed more than 1.8 billion chicken wings watching the Super Bowl. Good game. I was there. In a moment, the inside scoop on investigating President Trump. Right back. You would pay off your IRS debt if you could, but maybe you can't. You don't have the money. And now you're asking this important question. Is this the day the IRS shows up at my work, garnishes my wages, seizes my bank account, maybe even my home? Let me suggest a way to end your IRS nightmare. Please call Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, a powerful IRS program that could save you thousands if you qualify. In fact, Optima has resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for people like you. Get the peace of mind that comes when you have Optima on your side, standing between you and the IRS, fighting to help stop aggressive collection action and helping to protect your assets. Don't wait. Put your IRS worries to rest. Please call 800-956-6166. 800-956-6166. 800-956-6166. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day, the no gloat zone. After enduring years of investigation for allegedly colluding with evil Russians and threatening hapless Ukrainians over the phone, the temptation for President Trump to gloat over the failure of these two scandals to destroy his presidency must be powerful. But don't do it, Mr. President, because there are more bombshells in the pipeline, as some Democrats told the press last week. For example, CNN has been looking into credible charges that Donald Trump diverted money from his re-election campaign to buy powerful hair products. Don Lemon has an exclusive on the allegation, which then would be followed by a panel of 17 people who despise both Trump and hair mousse. Carl Bernstein, in particular, is incensed, saying, even Nixon wouldn't do that. Not to be outdone, Rachel Maddow, developing a story based on very secret sources. President Trump is fond of ordering the Air Force One pilots to circle unnecessarily in order to exacerbate climate change. Ms. Maddow already has one source who actually witnessed Air Force One landing and is working on getting John Bolton to confirm the whole sordid scenario. In addition, word is the New York Times has been told by a person close to another person that President Trump browbeat a Sudanese official on the phone. Times has even secured a quote by President Trump, who allegedly said, "Listen, Buster, this is a perfect call, but that won't stop me from slapping a tariff on you people if you don't come up with dirt on Buttigieg," unquote. Not to be outdone, the Washington Post is developing a report that pinpoints the exact part of the Constitution violated by Donald Trump when he labeled Mayor Bloomberg Mini Mike. Now, some believe the newspaper may be interpreting the disparagement clause a bit too broadly. Nevertheless, Congressman Gerald Nadler will hold hearings on it, calling Randy Newman, who wrote the song Short People, as his first witness. Finally, Adam Schiff has apparently been told by a whistleblower that President Trump spoke harshly about Robert De Niro in the Oval Office. That venting, as the whistleblower described it, has been classified, but soon Adam Schiff himself will hold hearings on the allegation in the House Subcommittee on Unhealthy Obsessions. So do you think all of this stuff directed toward President Trump, when an election is just a few months away, is unhealthy for the country? I do. This isn't doing me or my family or my friends any good. If you don't like Donald Trump, don't vote for him. If the Democrats think he's corrupt and the press think he's corrupt, which they do, lay it out there. But why tie up Congress, which should be doing things like immigration reform, drug price reform? Why tie up elected officials with this ongoing craziness? I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve that message by writing it. For more news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com. In a moment, something you might not know. You've been hearing about gold all over the news. Prices continue to climb. Not surprising, given all the warnings of a recession and the uncertainty of the upcoming election. Americans are looking for stability as a way to protect their savings and retirement. That's why I recommend you consider gold and silver as a safe haven for your savings and retirement. The company I recommend and have for years is American Hartford Gold Group. They are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Also, they make it simple and easy for you to invest in physical gold and silver. If you're listening right now, you get a free silver coin from my friends at American Hartford Gold Group. All you have to do is give them a call, 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD. Call them now to claim your free silver gift for a limited time and tell them Bill sent you. Or visit them online at www.billfreecoin.com. Again, that's 877-444-4653 or billfreecoin.com. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. During the Constitutional Convention in 1787, the Founding Fathers argued for months over how to pick a president. Some believing Congress should decide the whole thing. Others say no, the people should vote. The compromise, the Electoral College. Each state in the Union is allocated delegates based on the number of senators plus House seats they have. California has the most electoral votes because they have the biggest population. There are currently 538 electoral votes in play, 270 needed to win the White House. Since our nation's founding, just 5 candidates have won the presidency without the popular vote. Here are the U.S. elections where the president lost the popular vote. 1824, John Quincy Adams versus Andrew Jackson. They despise each other. And it was the only election where the winner didn't win the Electoral College or the popular vote. The decision was ultimately decided by the House of Representatives after neither candidate reached a majority. 1876, Rutherford B. Hayes beating Samuel Tilden by a single electoral delegate, despite losing the popular vote by 250,000. 1888, just 12 years later, back when New York was a swing state, if you can believe it, Benjamin Harrison won the election, sending incumbent Grover Cleveland packing, even though Cleveland had 90,000 more votes. But Grover would be back. He's the only president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms. More than a century later, Bush versus Gore in 2000, a legal battle dragged on for weeks. Mr. Gore led Mr. Bush by more than 500,000 votes, but Florida's delegates would ultimately go to W. Finally, 2016, as we all know, Hillary Clinton's 3 million vote lead, thanks to California. But Donald Trump took the election, winning 30 of 50 states with 306 electoral votes. And here's something you might not know. The 2016 election could have a lasting effect on the Electoral College, because now recent polls show 80% of Democrats want to boot the Electoral College out. Back after this. Computer systems in cars are now common. There are electronically controlled transmissions, touchscreen displays, dozens of sensors. All this advanced tech is expensive to fix if it breaks. That's why I have Car Shield. Car Shield has affordable protection plans that can save you thousands for repairs, including computers, GPS, electronics, and more. With Car Shield, you choose your plan and your favorite mechanic or dealership to do the work. Car Shield takes care of the rest. They also offer 24/7 roadside assistance and a rental car while your car is being fixed. Free. So drive with confidence knowing you have coverage from America's #1 auto protection provider. Get covered by Car Shield today. Please call 800-CAR-6000 and mention code BILL or visit carshield.com and use code BILL to save 10%. That's carshield.com, code BILL. A deductible may apply. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.